guys, welcome to another video. I decided to take you guys to work with me today where I'll be doing plantain tarts. So my ingredient for my plantain tarts is baking flour, granulated sugar, shortening, and chiffon butter. And we're making the dough for the plantain tarts. Alright, we already have filling that was pre-done because we do it in bulks. So at another time I'll show you the process of how to do the filling, but now I'm going to show you how to do the dough. Right, so we're just gonna throw everything in our mixing bowl, which is here and ready, and combine everything together. Then we're gonna add some ice water and knead the dough. All right, so let us go. All right, foodies, so this is our bowl. So we have added 12 pounds of flour, 2 pounds of shortening, and 4 pounds of granulated sugar. We are doing 12 pounds, but the measurement varies as how much you'll be doing. So if you're doing like 6 pounds, you just cut everything in two. So instead of 2 pounds of shortening is 1 pound. Instead of 4 pounds of granulated sugar, it will be 2 pounds. Get the drift? Yeah. So we're gonna mix this together for a while, and then we're gonna add 3 pounds of chiffon butter. Alright, so here we're combining the shortening with the flour and the granulated sugar. As soon as the shortening is like combined properly in the flour, we're gonna add 3 pounds of chiffon butter. Alright, foodies, while we wait until this is incorporated properly, I see some lumps in it still, so we want those lumps to dissolve. And meanwhile that is happening, these are the tools that we use for planting tarts. Alright, so this is the dough cutter made by a tin man. The man will make a baking tin them. So this is what we use to cut the dough. This is also a cutter. It makes the little grooves at the edges and cut off excess dough. Alright, so I'm going to be using some eggs. These are my brushes, one for my water. So the water is what helps to seal the plantain tart together, and the other one is for my eggs. So after we finish making the plantain tarts, we're going to use an egg wash and just paint over them. And of course, our rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin at home, you can use like a rum buckle or some fat buckle, maybe Campari buckle. I want to get the drift. If you don't have a rolling pin, you can just use a buckle. So these are what we're using. This is ice water. Ice water is what is used to give the dough the consistency that it has. It isn't too tight. Just give it a nice flaky taste. Alright, so this is my 3 pounds of chiffon butter waiting to get in. See, 3 pounds. This are the most important tool in here, the scale. Everything must be weighed. So yeah, so now we have added our chiffon butter, and we're just gonna incorporate it together with our flour and our shortening and our sugar. Alright, so as soon as this is finished, we're gonna add our iced water, make it into our dough, and we're gonna go. Okay, so the dough is finished mixing. This is what it looks like. Now we're gonna add ice water. Of course, I took out some of the flour for storage, so this is the amount we're doing for today. So now we're just gonna add ice water. It smells all buttery and pastry. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and add iced water and make the dough, the actual dough. So this is the flour mixture. So we're gonna make the dough now, right? All right. So we're adding the ice water little by little. Make the dough come together. We don't want it too tight. Don't want it too watery. We want it just right. So we just mix and add ice water and watch how it comes together. Alright. So we'll do this until the dough is formed. Okay, here we go. So this is the dough. We don't want it too tight. Right consistency. So we'll stop it. So we're gonna go ahead and start rolling out our dough. Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is sprinkle some flour on our table that we'll be rolling the dough on, because we don't want the dough to stick on the table. So we're gonna roll flour. There's our dough. We'll just scatter the flour on the table. You know, if you don't have a table, metallic table, you just use your table. As long as you have a sturdy, like a counter, so just clean it off properly and use it to roll out your dough. Alright, so we'll separate our dough into 3 sections. I will just leave it to rest for about 2 minutes. So roll it together and just leave it to rest. So whichever one we roll first, that is the first one we're going to roll out on the table with our rolling pin. Meanwhile, we'll do that. We're going to butter our baking tray. And this is our baking tray. So it's going to be buttered so that the tarts can lay out on them, alright? Alright, so we butter our tray. Now we're going to lay out our plantain tarts like soldiers on this tray. Alright. So, yep. It's all buttered and good. There we go. So we're going to start the process now. So you flour your rolling pin and you put excess amount of flour on the table and you begin to roll. You're going to roll it as thin as you can, but not too thin, but not too thick. If it's too thick, then it will feel like you just eat bare flour. And if it's too thin, it's going to break. Like when you put in the filling, it's going to break. And it'll be spilling all over the place. So you have to just know the right consistency to roll it to. But just look and see. Big fire girl. So I fired big, so yeah, so you're gonna roll and stretch out the dough. Spread it out like shit. Yeah. Alright. So when you do that now, we're gonna use our dough cutter and start cutting out. Alright? Just like that. Alright, so this is a plantain tart filling. I promise you, I'll go through the steps of doing this at another time. This was pre-done, so after we finish cutting out the dough, we're gonna use our scoop, and we're gonna scoop up one nice scoop and put it in the middle of the dough. Like so. I wrong scoop this now. Alright foodies, after we have put plantain tart on all the cutouts, we're gonna use our water and just with the edges of the dough like that. Yeah. Then we're gonna fold it. Two edges meet. Use your fingers and press. Use the palm of your hand and flatten it. And then you're gonna use your cutter and just cut off the excess dough. And just like that. Then you're gonna lay it on your tray. Alright, so that's number one. 50,000 to go. Alright foodies, so if you don't have a cutter like this, you can just use your fork and seal the ends of your plantain tart and get that fancy look also. So you can use a fork if you don't have a cutter. Okay. So you just press it down with your fork. Okay. After you finish, use the palm of your hand. Just press it on the middle. That's it. And you put it on your tray. So after you laid all the tarts on the baking sheet, you're going to use your fork and make holes in the plantain tart. This is so that the heat can go inside and bake it properly. Alright, so you're going to put holes in all of them. Then you're going to use your egg wash and you're just going to wash them. You're going to use your brush and you just paint the egg wash over the entire tart. This helps to give it the color and the flakiness after baking. You're going to wash all of them. So after they all had their egg bath, you're just going to use some granulated sugar and just sprinkle on the top of each. Just granulated sugar, sprinkle on them. Then we're going to pop it in the oven at 275 degrees for half an hour. Right, so you just sprinkle sugar on top. It's optional if you don't want to put the sugar on it. You don't have to. Yeah. Alright, so now we're gonna pop this in the oven. So the tarts are in the oven. They will bake for 30 minutes, 275 degrees. 30 minutes. Yeah. So okay, can't wait for these to be done. Watch plantain tarts. Watch nice and clean. I'm gonna set taste good. Yeah, I eat. See that? Finished product. Yeah. So until next time, foodies, big up on yourself and stay blessed. Later.